Salve te discipuli, this is help for your Latin studies in Henle First Year Latin Exercise 212. In this exercise, we're given a short paragraph in Latin and asked to translate that into English. I'll help you with the first sentence, which will get you a third of the way through. In the first sentence, it says, Civitas Americana a militibus fortibus conservatur et semper conservabitur. So right away I notice that there are two verbs, and those are joined with that coordinating conjunction et. We have an adverb here, semper, meaning always. We have our subject, civitas, civitatis, is a third declension noun meaning state, and then an adjective describing which state? The American state. So let's go ahead, and then we have our prepositional phrase, the ablative phrase here, that tells us who is doing the action to the subject, because our verbs, again, are in the passive voice. All right, so let's go ahead and start with our subject, the American state. So you'll notice in English, I would put our adjective before the noun, before our subject here. The American state. And then I'm going to jump to our first verb here, because I think it would make more sense in English to put this prepositional phrase saying by, whom, or what after the verb, after we state what the action is. So conservo, conservare, that means to conserve or to preserve. And so we want to put that in the passive voice, noting that there's a passive voice ending here. Conservatur means to preserve, or the action is being done to the subject, so we would say is being preserved. It's in the present tense, so we'll keep it worded that way. Is being preserved. Now I would answer the question, by whom or what? And here's our ablative phrase here, a militibus fortibus. We have our preposition meaning by, and then our object of the preposition, and then an adjective that is modifying that noun, that object of the preposition. So militis, miles militis, another third declension noun meaning soldier. And let's think about whether or not this is singular or plural. In the third declension, our endings are various, is, em, in the singular. And then in the plural, ace, ibis, ace, ibis. So this is a plural noun in this as the object of the preposition. So is being preserved by soldiers. What kind of soldiers or which soldiers? Fortibus. Again, our adjective needs to agree with the noun that it modifies in gender, number, and case. And so fortis, forte, happens to be an adjective of the third declension. And so we notice that those endings actually match conveniently when it's paired with a third declension noun. So fortis meaning brave. So the American state is being preserved by brave soldiers. And then we've got more. And. Et means and. And semper, always. And then we have another verb that looks very much like the first verb, but notice that bi tense indicator. That puts this passive voice verb in the future tense. So again, that action is happening to the subject, but it's going to be stated in the future tense. So same action, preserved, and always, but we're going to put it in the future, always will be preserved. And that's the first sentence. The American state is being preserved by brave soldiers and always will be preserved. I hope this has been helpful to you. Have a great day.